Now I miss her. To be honest, Tendeka's character is shocking. Like, I've never met somebody like that. Hey everybody, this is Kokii, one of your favorites.
Uh, first simple question with everyone. Learning that you've been accepted to be to be one of the housemates and entering the house for the first time, what was that feeling like?
It was extremely unbelievable because I never watched Big Brother. The first and last time I watched Big Brother was when, what was it? I think one of the contestants was Lou Clay. That was the first and last time I'd watched Big Brother. And then with my sister, she watches it all the time. So I had went through what I went through outside of the house, and then she was like, yo, instead of you being back home, audition for this so you can try again. So I was like, no, I don't want to do it, da, da, da. And then she was like, just do it, we'll see what happens. So I applied. I only applied like 4 days before the cut-off date, and then they responded, and I was like, yeah, is this a scam or what? And then I got back to them, and then the whole process went on and on and on, and I was like, yeah, this is really happening. Until I stepped inside the house, I was like, whoa, it's actually happening. I was super, super excited, but at the same time, hey, it was still unbelievable. It only clocked in like 2 weeks later that I'm actually in the house.
So, as you just mentioned that it was your sister who drove you into doing it. Mm-hmm. If it was not for your sister, was it something you'd have considered doing?
I wouldn't have known that there were auditions taking place, to be honest, because one thing about me, when I'm on social media, I just go on TikTok and do whatever, just watch cartoons or just create my own content. Yeah. So if it wasn't for my sister, I wouldn't have been in the house and I wouldn't have actually known about this beautiful opportunity. So thank you to my sister, honestly.
So with the housemates that were inside, was there anyone when you walked in and you saw them and said, I think I could be friends with this one? Is there anyone like that?
At first, no, because one thing about me, when I meet new people, I want to sit and observe their energy for the longest time. But there was a point where we had to go choose feathers. And then in my head, I was already like, you know what, I'm going to go upstairs. I need to go sleep upstairs. I don't want to be on ground floor because I see myself at the top.
Yeah.
So when Big Brother said we must go choose our beds and all that, match the feather with the feather that's on the bed, I saw Dube, and I didn't even speak to him at that point. I saw Dube and Mshefani running upstairs, and I was like, I'm gonna follow these guys. They look like goofy goobers. So I ran after them, and then they chose their beds. And then, hey, now I'm gonna reveal a secret, but it's fine. They chose their beds. So I think I had a red feather, and then the bed that was next to Dube and Mshefani was another color. So I was like, ooh, ain't no way, boy. Me, I don't want to go downstairs. And these guys look like they're gonna make me laugh. So what am I gonna do? I just blew the feather. I was like, and then I placed mine on the bed, and that was my bed till before I left.
And you mentioned Udube, yeah. And for a lot of people outside, for the longest time, they thought you guys would sort of get together.
Mm-hmm.
And in the last week, there were sort of signs of you guys going that direction. Why did it take so long?
Because at first we had our game plan. Like when we spoke to each other,
yeah,
we were like, yo, I came here for the game. I'm not here for any relationship, da da da. And I also told them that I'm here for the game. I'm not here to be in love and do whatever lovey-dovey things that were happening in the house. So we just continued being friends. When we were sleeping, we were just gossiping and looking at everybody, just laying like this, looking at everybody, being gossip mongers. And we started gelling, like we were just being together all the time, laughing all the time. And then at some point I caught myself, I was like, yay, Kokii, you are slowly catching, but you're not going to show this boy. And with Udube and I could tell that something is brewing, but he doesn't want to say, because he was the first to say, hey, me, I'm not here for a relationship, blah, 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 blah. And then at some point I was like, hey, Dube, let's go outside. Me, I need to chat, because I had to say it. I needed to tell him that, yo, I'm starting to like you, and I don't like that, because I came here and my brain was like, we're not here for relationships. So we went outside and I told him, I was like, I actually like you. And then, hey, he shot me with a queer. He was like, I'm not here for relationship. And I was like, dude, I don't like you, but I like you. In my head, there's a difference between like and like. So yeah, we just we came to a consensus of we're just gonna continue with what we're doing, just being cordial, chilled, funny together, gossiping together. Until time went by, we're starting to be all touchy because, hey, I mean, we're human. That's why it's gonna happen at some point.
And there's a lot that happened, and there was a moment that I think a lot of people were expecting from you, but didn't know how hectic it would get.
Yeah.
You had a screaming match with Ubushle, and the funniest thing out of that was not that people remembered the screaming match.
Yeah.
People remembered what you said.
Oh my goodness.
People remembered it straight out. How do you think of something like that? Who goes and sucks a camel's whatever?
One thing about me, when I'm angry, I get angry. Like, I get super angry. And because we had a rule book of like no physical fights whatsoever, if there was no rule book, I swear to G, I was going to become physical. And thank G again, there was a rule book, because when I get angry, I get scared for myself and the people around me. Well, I get scared more for myself. And the whole camels... I say whatever comes to mind. I just say it. I can even say, for sec to your dog, for sec to your rat. Like, I just say anything and everything, and people find it funny, but it's like, yo, I'm actually angry. I'm not trying to make anybody laugh. I'm in my moment, like, I am angry.
You do know that people went and googled it, right?
People what?
Went and googled it.
Oh my gosh! What? I will.
You are as random as it sounded, it literally got people like, where did she see? Like, yeah, it was a whole.
I've never seen it. I just thought on it.
And there were, besides your screaming match with Ubushle, you were kind of close with Tenda.
Yeah.
And we've heard a lot from the ladies in the house that she is a bully or whatever. What is your personal take on her and the person that she is?
Now I miss her. To be honest, Tendeka's character is shocking. Like, I've never met somebody like that. And yes, she is mean. I don't want to lie. She can be rude, and she says whatever comes to her brain. She basically reminds me of me, but she's more like consistent with her vibe, if I can put it that way. But I know deep down inside she's a softie. She doesn't want to show it, because there's been some moments where I'm like, when I can swear at you right now and you'll be quiet. And one time I did swear at her, and she was like, hi, Kokii. And I was like, hey, I know there's a soft side in you. There's no way somebody is that angry and that mean and that rude, but they're not soft inside. There's no way. So Tendeka is a mean girl. That's what I can say. She's a mean girl, but she can be soft. She just doesn't want to show it. Maybe it's because she's inside the house. It's a game plan. I don't know. But I feel like she's a genuine person. She's been genuine way too many times towards me. It's just the other girls, man. Hey, and I understand the other girls too. I don't want to lie. It's just that I was caught up in the middle when that whole Operation Separation thing happened. I didn't know if I should run to this one or run to that one, because I like both teams. That's why at some point I was like, you know what, I'm just going to keep quiet and not say anything. If Tenda comes to me and tells me that, Kokii, did you see that? Da, 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 da. All I did was keep my mouth shut and just nod my head. Because I really can't say anything because I like both teams.
And another thing you were known for was being less dressed than everyone else in the house. Was that a strategic approach to the game, or were you literally just being yourself and just enjoying your time in the house?
It wasn't a strategy, to be honest. That's how I am in the outside world. It's just that when I got inside the house, I was like, it's a different vibe in here. It's safer. Should anything happen, I can go report it to Big Brother. So all the other stuff that I wanted to wear outside in the clubs and all that, I made sure that I wore them inside, and I did the most inside, because what are you going to do? If you're a man, you're just going to look at me, and if you become, it's all up to you, my brother. Me, I'm doing what I want to do. And I wore everything for myself. I didn't want to do it for anybody. So it was just a me thing. There was no strategy to it.
And if there was anything to change in your gameplay, what do you think it is that you could have done better? Maybe that would have kept you in the house.
The sleeping, we were sleeping on the job, but let me forget about the we. It's an I situation now. Sleeping on the job, I'm one of the people who was sleeping on the job, and there were so many things that I could have easily showcased, but I was just too laid back. I told Big Brother that, yo, Big Brother, me, I'm going to see you. My last diary session, I told Big Brother that, Big Brother, I don't want to say much. Me, I'll see you next week. I'm definitely coming back. I know, well, my thing was I want to redeem myself. Like, the competition is getting tougher and tougher. Yeah. So I was like, yo, this week, me, I'm going to do the most. I'm going to do my singing. I'm going to do my acting, even if it means I call Bravo B, because he told me that he likes acting and he would love to see myself and him on stage doing something emotional, So it was a matter of, hey, I want to do more singing. I want to do more acting. If it means I call Bravo B, come up with some play, we can do it at our own time. I want to do more modeling. It was low-key going to be difficult, but with my styling, it was going to be a bit easy. Like, I can just go to a camera, wear my clothes, and just, pose. So I wish I would have done more of my acting and my singing and showing off my other outfits, like this one. Like, I saved this outfit for the finale, but here we are wearing it here.
And there's a bit of a moment that was a bit difficult for everyone, where she had to leave, and you guys, for her, it only took days for whatever is happening in the house to affect her.
Yeah.
And you guys stayed for weeks. How much does it affect you psychologically, being in that house, dealing with the same people every day, and being cut off from the world?
First week was just okay, because we're all excited. This is a new thing, free food, no load shedding, showers are there. It was just chilled until second week, third, fourth. It was just getting too much, because now you can feel the energies. And now all our dreams are a bit similar, but they're super dark. And it's like, what's happening? Is it other people's energies, or it's just me being anxious? The house itself just does too much to the brain, because we're all in like one space. There's really no private space, even though you can go to the toilet. But when you get to the toilet, you look up, they're looking at you all the time. So there's no private space. And if you want to cry, you have to run upstairs, cover yourself. That's what I did. Run upstairs, cover myself with a blanket, and actually time myself. Like, okay, now Kokii, we're going to cry for 3 seconds, just in case somebody walks up and they come to you and be like, are you okay? Oh, rub my shoulder. I didn't want that. So psychologically, it really did too much to me. But I'm glad I held it down. I really held it down.
And when you speak about, there's a moment, I think it was about a week ago, you sat outside and you were visibly breaking down.
Yo.
What was going through your head on that day?
It was the punishment. It still hurts me till today. Like, I've been punished before, but it was a fun punishment, but it was dark. It was really dark because I remember I woke up with a babalas and already we were sleeping on the floor, and Big Brother called me in. I stepped out of Big Brother's room, and then I was like, I don't have any sleep anymore. What can I do? Let me just go clean the kitchen. I went and cleaned the kitchen for the first time. One thing about me, I can be lazy, but when I want to do it, I will do it.
Yeah.
So I was in the kitchen sweeping and just tidying up. Next thing, Big Brother's telling us to go outside, close the kitchen door. We all going out in our heads, we're thinking that, we all babalas, we're probably going to sleep for long, so he just wants us to go outside and chill and chat. While I'm sitting outside, I'm seeing things popping out of the door, underneath the door, there things just coming out. I'm like, what's happening? But I just let it slide. When we opened the doors, there was just corn and sap and what tissues on the floor. It really pissed me off because I was like, hey, big brother, you literally saw me sweeping so nicely in the kitchen, and now you are doing this. But hey, it's my fault anyway. It's not his fault. He has to do whatever he has to do. On top of that, I had heard that Ramona went and slept on Danae's bed because Danae wasn't part of the punishment. She had the privilege to go sleep on her own bed. So Danae apparently came and slept on the floor, which is acceptable because she's not part of the punishment anyway. So when I heard about Ramza, she went to go sleep on the bed. So it's the mess. On top of that, there's Ramona. So I went to Ramona. I was like, Ramona, this is your fault. We were probably going to be all chill today, and now you went to go sleep on the bed. And she's like, oh, you blaming me? And I was like, you know what? Let me not blame anybody. Let me just step out and go do whatever I had to do. I stepped out and I was crying. I was angry. I was really angry at the fact that, we're getting punished and this is the worst punishment. Why can't you just say we mustn't speak for the whole day, or just put me in a corner, let me be a grade one? That one was just the worst thing ever. I don't want that punishment ever again.
And there were a few moments within the housemates.
Yeah.
And there are two that people have been comparing a lot over the past few days. Trixie wanting to stab Otandega and Otandega and Ramona saying, Ilano has been a woman for 2 minutes. Those two moments, what would be your take? Because we have a lot of people saying there are a lot of people not addressing Trixie's murder threat, but are very passionate about Ilano being called a woman for 2 minutes. And there are people who are trying to downplay the 2 minute woman thing, and are trying to amplify the murder thing. If you take those two situations and put them on the table, what would you say about them?
Honestly, I feel like they're both harmful in their own way. Because calling somebody based on their identity whatsoever, and the whole, I want to murder you, your massa, whatever, I want to stab you in the eye, they're both harmful, I don't want to lie. It's different situations, but they as harmful to somebody's brain.
Yeah. If you were still in the house and you had to nominate someone to leave, name two of them and why.
Didi. I've been nominating Didi. I've been nominating Didi simply because, like I mentioned in my last nomination, she's a crybaby. Like, she can't control her emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And she uses other people, specifically Mshefani and Q, to fuel herself with their energies. And then she doesn't really stand out for me. Like, there's nothing that she really brings on the table, I feel. But I know as time goes, she's going to do better. Like, she's definitely going to do better, because there's no way that we're all going to say this and you won't take it in. I trust and believe that she'll do better. And then second person, Q, hey, I didn't like the whole, you wake up in the morning and you make 8 eggs, 7 eggs. I really didn't like that. Also, he's very... in the arena, he's so slow, man, and we're trying to get things over and done with, but he's just so Angazi, and he deliberately like irritates someone. He does it on purpose. Maybe that's his game plan. I don't know, but it would definitely be Didi and Q. But with Didi, I know for sure she's gonna do better.
And to close it off, if you were to be given the privilege to choose who wins the 2 million, who would you give it to?
My Italian girl, Tandeka. Tandeka screams Bazozwa. Like, as much as we gave her the screen time and the airtime, she's Bazozwa for me. I don't want to lie. The only person that I see winning the 2 million is Utandeka. Yes, there's Abu Bravo B, there's Abu Meli, but Tandeka, me, I trust and believe. But if it doesn't happen, she will win outside.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And